All right, let's talk. There's something weird that happens to certain people. They walk into a room and don't even try to do anything. Yet somehow, people behave differently around them. Not in an obvious way, not like a movie scene, more like small glitches in normal human behavior. And the funniest part, they usually have no idea it's happening. Today, we're not talking about beauty. We're talking about something deeper. Presence, perception, subconscious reactions, or in Carl Jung terms, projection. And yes, we're keeping this fun, because psychology doesn't have to feel like school. Let's go. 1. People randomly ask for your opinion. On everything. This one is sneaky. You're just standing there minding your business, maybe even looking confused about life. And someone goes, "Hey, what do you think I should do?" About a job, a relationship, a haircut, a decision that has nothing to do with you. And you're thinking, "Bro, I was just trying to decide if I want tea or water." But here's the psychology. People don't ask random people for opinions. They ask people they subconsciously trust or admire, even if you've never proven anything, even if you're just chilling. Your presence feels like this person knows something. Carl Jung would call it unconscious projection. I call it you accidentally became Google. 2. People joke with you differently. They try harder. Have you noticed this? Some people are just extra funny around you, like suddenly they become stand-up comedians. Even jokes that don't make sense. I was going to the fridge, but the fridge went to me first. And they're laughing like they just won an award. Why? Because people try to earn connection with someone they find attractive or high value. So they perform. Even unconsciously, it's like you turn them into entertainers without asking. You're just standing there like, "I didn't hire a clown today, but okay." 3. People explain themselves too much to you. This one is hilarious. Someone says something small like, "I was late because traffic." Actually, no, the bus. And then my cousin called. And you didn't even ask. You just said, "Hey." That's it. But now you're getting a full documentary with subtitles. Why? Because your presence makes people feel evaluated, even if you're not judging them. So they try to justify themselves early. It's like their brain says, "Wait, this person might think something about me. Let me explain my entire life first." You didn't even accuse them of anything. You just existed. 4. You hear compliments about yourself that you never directly received. This one is sneaky interesting. Someone tells you, "Oh yeah, I heard you're really calm." Or, "People say you're actually very smart." And you're like, "Who said that? I was literally struggling yesterday." You didn't even receive the compliment directly. But your reputation is doing work behind your back. This means people are observing you more than they tell you, and building a picture of you in their mind. That's not random. That's psychological attraction forming slowly. You're becoming a character in people's minds, not just a person. 5. People perform more when you're watching, even in small ways. You ever notice this? Someone suddenly sits better, or fixes their voice, or becomes more polite when talking, like they're auditioning for something you didn't announce. Even cashiers do it sometimes. You just say, "Hi," and they go, "Hello, welcome, how may I assist you?" Like, "Calm down, I just want bread." This happens when your presence triggers self-awareness in others. They start observing themselves through your eyes, even if your eyes are just normal eyes. 6. Silence with you is weirdly comfortable. This is a big one. Most people can't handle silence. They rush to talk. They panic. They start saying random things like, "So, weather is weathering, huh?" But with you, silence just exists. No pressure, no awkward energy, just calm. And people don't feel the need to fill it. That means something very deep. Your presence doesn't create anxiety. It creates ease. And psychologically, that's a strong attraction marker. Because people don't stay silent with people they feel uncomfortable around. They escape. 7. People get slightly defensive around you for no reason. This one is funny once you notice it. You say something normal like, "That's interesting," and the person goes, No, I didn't mean it like that." You're like, "Bro, I didn't accuse you of anything. I just commented on the weather." But somehow they're already defending their entire personality. Why? Because attractive or high-presence individuals can unintentionally feel like judges to others, even when they're not judging. So people start protecting their image. Carl Jung would say, "You are activating their inner perception of evaluation." I say, "You became a mirror again. Sorry." 8. Strangers assume good things about you automatically. This one is powerful. People assume things like, "You seem nice, you look like a calm person, you seem responsible, and you didn't even speak yet. No resume submitted. No interview done. Nothing. Just vibes." This is unconscious judgment at work. People fill in the blanks based on your energy, posture, facial expression, and presence. And here's the crazy part. Those assumptions often stick. So before you even speak deeply, people already decided something about you. That's attraction working in silence. Let me be honest with you. Most people think attraction is loud, but real attraction? It's quiet. It's in reactions. It's in micro-behaviors. It's in how people accidentally behave differently around you. And here's the funny truth. You might be thinking you're just normal, but normal people don't trigger all these reactions in other people. Something is happening. You just weren't paying attention to it. And let me tell you something I've seen again and again. The people who underestimate their attractiveness are usually the ones causing the most subconscious reactions in others. It's ironic, almost like life hides it from you on purpose. And I'll leave you with this thought. If people keep reacting to you in ways you don't understand, maybe the problem isn't how you see yourself. Maybe it's that you've never actually learned how other people experience you. And that right there is a big difference. Because how you see yourself is usually based on your thoughts, but how others see you, that's based on your presence. And those two don't always match, not even close. Let me put it in a simple way. You know how sometimes you hear your own voice recorded, and you're like, "Wait, do I really sound like that?" Yeah, that reaction. That's the same feeling people get when they realize how they actually come across to others. And most people never get that feedback in real time, so they walk around thinking they're just normal, while everyone else is quietly reacting to them in ways they don't even notice. And here's the funny part. Nobody tells you this directly. People don't walk up to you and say, "Hey, just so you know, your presence is kind of affecting people." No one says that. Instead, it shows up in tiny moments. People act nervous around you. People over-explain themselves. People laugh too hard at your smallest jokes. People stare. Then suddenly remember they have urgent business with the wall. And you're just standing there like, "I came here for peace. Why is everyone acting like this is a social experiment?" And the truth is, you don't notice your own effect because you're inside it. It's like trying to see your own face without a mirror. You need reflection. You need awareness. You need other people's behavior to show you what you've been missing. Now let's be honest for a second. Have you ever met someone and thought, "Why am I acting different around this person?" Like suddenly you're more careful with your words, or you start adjusting your posture, or you suddenly remember you have manners you forgot about at home. That's not random. That's your brain reacting to presence. And guess what? You are also that person for someone else. Yes, you. Right there, watching this video. Don't look away. Now I want to slow this down for a second, because this is where people usually get it wrong. This isn't about becoming arrogant. This isn't about thinking you're better than anyone. No. This is about awareness. Because when you understand how people experience you, you stop guessing your value, and you start understanding your impact. And that changes everything: your confidence, your conversations, your relationships, even the way you walk into a room. Now let me ask you something real quick. And be honest with me in the comments. Not the perfect answer, the real one. Which one of these signs have you experienced before, but never actually thought much about? Was it people overthinking around you? People acting differently in silence with you? People remembering random things you said? People assuming things about you before you even spoke? Or people just reacting to you in a way you can't explain? Pick one, or be brave and pick two. We don't judge here. Okay, maybe a tiny bit, but in a friendly way. And now listen. Before you scroll away, I need you to understand something important. Most people watching this video right now are going to think, haha, interesting video, and move on. But a small percentage of people will actually pause and think, wait, has this been happening to me all along? And that small group, they're the ones who start noticing everything differently after this. Because once you become aware of how people respond to you, you can't really unsee it anymore. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're probably already someone who pays attention. You notice things others ignore. You think deeper than most people around you. And honestly, that alone already says something about you. Now before you go, let me quickly say this. If you enjoyed this video and you want more psychology like this, but mixed with fun storytelling and real human behavior breakdowns, then pause for a second. Don't rush away yet, because let me talk to you like a real person for a moment, not like a script, not like a lecture, just you and me for a second. You see, there's something interesting about videos like this. Some people watch it, smile and move on, like, yeah, that was entertaining, and that's it. But some people sit there quietly after the video ends, and they start thinking, like, wait, why do people actually react like that around me? Has this been happening without me noticing? Do I actually come across differently than I think? And once that thought enters your mind, it doesn't really leave easily. It just sits there, like a quiet background app running in your brain. And that's exactly why this channel exists, because here, we don't just talk about psychology like it's something in a textbook. We don't sit here and throw complicated words at you like you're in a university exam. No, we talk about it like real life, like something you notice when you're walking in public, or sitting alone at night, thinking too much, or replaying conversations in your head like a movie you can't turn off. That's real psychology, not theory, life. So, if that kind of content feels like your space, then yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, but not in a forced way. Not like, press this button or else. No, think of it like this. If this video felt like a conversation you didn't know you needed, then the next ones will feel the same. Different topics, same feeling, real human behavior, real psychology, real moments that make you pause and go, I never looked at it like that before. And let me tell you something small. Most people think subscribing is just about supporting a channel, but in reality, it's more like choosing the type of conversations you want to keep having, because what you watch regularly slowly starts shaping how you think, what you notice, what you question, what you understand about people. So yeah, choose wisely, or don't, and just accidentally end up here again anyway. Now, one more thing before you go. If this video made you even question yourself a little bit, even just for a moment, then it already did its job, because the goal was never to label you. It was never to tell you, you are this, or you are that. No, the goal was simpler than that, to show you that there is more happening around you than what your mind usually pays attention to. And maybe, just maybe, there is more happening inside you too. Because here's something people forget. You are not just who you think you are. You are also how people experience you. And sometimes, those two versions don't match perfectly. And that gap, that's where awareness lives. That's where change starts. That's where curiosity begins. All right. Now I'm really going to let you go. But before that, let me leave you with something simple. Next time you walk into a room, don't overthink it. Don't try to act different. Don't perform. Just observe, not yourself, but people, how they react, how they change, how the energy shifts slightly when you arrive, or when you leave, not in a paranoid way, just awareness. Quiet awareness, because that's where the real story always is. Not in what you do, but in how it's received. And I'll see you in the next video. Same place, same vibe, different layer of psychology, and maybe next time we go even deeper. But for now, just take this with you. You are probably being noticed more than you think. You just haven't been paying attention to it yet. All right, I'll see you soon.